preliminary round of the Only the Strong tournament nears its closing. 3 spots have already been filled, 1 more left to go. And making his way into the ring, Hamid Aziz, a man who has gone through a tremendous change since last we saw him here on the XWA. When last we saw him, he was basically cut off by his father, who is a wealthy magnate in his native country, Saudi Arabia. Trust fund cut off. His longtime bodyguard, Abu Hassan, taken back to Saudi Arabia, pretty much leaving Hamid Aziz alone to fend for himself here in the United States and in the XWA. He was pretty much doomed until he found new fortune of his own, so to speak, which I will elaborate on in a little bit, but still looking for his first championship here in the XWA. And he's got a tall order, to say the least, if he wants to get a step closer to the pure championship, because the man he faces here in this first round is the odds-on favorite to win the entire tournament. Reason being, he is the last man to have held the XWA Pure Championship in the EFED era. The last lion, the German shooter, Magnus Von Schwartz, a man whose reputation in this business goes long and is one of the most decorated in all of CAWS wrestling. The oldest man on the XWA roster, and as has been documented, in probably better physical condition than men half his age, looking to reclaim what he rightfully believes is his from the very beginning. And of course, as we mentioned in the previous match, the now protege of one Jesse Risen, who unfortunately was eliminated by Legionarius, the Spartan Warrior, who awaits the winner of this matchup in the second round. And the bell sounds. This match is underway. Both men, center of the ring, collar and elbow tie-up, as has been the case with much of this tournament, sizing each other up, as this is the first time that these men are in competition against each other this season. This is actually the first time that Aziz and Magnus are facing each other in the XWA. And the German asserting himself with a headbutt there. Big boot before that. And a little apprehensive. Trading shots there is Aziz. And with good reason. Because one thing that you don't want to do is trade blows with a man the caliber of Magnus Von Schwartz, who has honed his entire body into a living weapon. There is nothing that this man cannot use, either on his own body or his opponent's, or the ring, or outside of the ring, to inflict damage. He is the definition of the term ring general, and that is a fact that Aziz has got to take into consideration. Not taking anything away from him, of course. A traditional upbringing in professional wrestling. He is a technically sound performer, is Aziz, but Magnus Von Schwartz is on another level. And in order to beat him, you have to take things to another level. And moves like that are exactly what Aziz needs to do. A stiff pile driver, trying to apply some damage to the head. Following up with a scoop slam there. And Aziz, elbow to the back of the head. He's going to have to pour this offense on and not give Magnus any opportunity to mount offense of his own, which of course is easily said than done, as Von Schwartz is arguably the best technical wrestler in the XWA, and that's saying something because there are many excellent technical wrestlers in the XWA. But the Pure Rules environment is one that Von Schwartz is more familiar with than any other competitor in this league. And you had better believe that he's going to take full advantage of that fact. And he's doing so right now with a series of suplexes. But Aziz back on his feet, tries to go for a shot, and is countered by another one of those wicked headbutts by probably the hardest head in all of professional wrestling. Von Schwartz following with a forearm shot right to the ground.
Back to Aziz now, who I had said earlier was cut off by his father, found new fortune in the form of a lottery ticket, if you can believe that, of an unknown sum of money that now has him living life like a hip-hop star, and has him now calling himself the Balla Ayatollah.
And this right here is classic Magnus. Headbutt, kick to the small of the back. Unorthodox, innovative, effective. That is Magnus Von Schwartz. And this is probably the best belly suplex in the business. And Magnus with a cover. First of the contest, but only gets a 2 count. Von Schwartz now taking the initiative. But just like that, Hamid Aziz counters into a float over DDT and a double axe handle. And here goes Aziz applying submission moves. This is a dragon sleeper. Not sure how that is going to have any effect on Magnus, however. Has not taken a great deal of head damage. And besides of which, you're not going to have an easy of a time trying to submit Von Schwartz, who is a submission expert in his own right. This is a triangle lock, and it was held on for a fairly long time. And that's exactly what I'm talking about when I say that Magnus is a submission expert. He knows so many holds, and he knows how to use them more effectively, most certainly more effectively than Aziz. And there goes some more of that innovative offense. Powerful Argentine gut buster there. Only gets a 2 count, however, but right there on the follow is Magnus with a big boot. Just pouring it on. Riding that wave of momentum from that tag team match where he managed to pin the national champion, Union King. But here comes Aziz again. Another double axe handle. And a belly-to-belly suplex of his own. And a little shimmy and shake there by Aziz. Shot. And another shot. Trading blows now. Both men. Center of the ring. And Magnus. Irish whip into a collar and elbow, but Aziz regains control and delivers a vertical suplex. Back and forth. Have these men bend, and once again Aziz back to the submission game. Anaconda Vice, center of the ring, and he's got this one applied a lot deeper than the last sleeper hold that he used. But Magnus once again manages to escape. And now both men catching their breath before tying up once again. Front headlock now by Von Schwartz, and shot right to the face and to the back, and again, just pummeling Aziz right there. And answers with a submission maneuver of his own. Rings of Saturn, otherwise known as a beast lock, whatever it is that you want to call it. He's got this one in deep, but he lets go. Or did Aziz manage to slip his way out? I don't know. Can't really see much from that angle, but I can from this angle. And this is another belly-to-belly suplex. The height and distance on that throw is just amazing. A testament to the power of Magnus Von Schwartz, as is that scoop slam, just dropping Aziz down onto the mat. But Hamid answers back with a scoop slam of his own and follows up with an elbow drop to boot. Good follow-up tactics by Aziz, trying to keep the pressure on Magnus. And this is a single leg Boston Crab, applying pressure to the small of the back and that knee as he torques backwards. But it just does not look like he is getting enough on these submissions to have any kind of lasting effect on Magnus, who out of nowhere pulls out one of his other signature moves, the triple German suplex. Nobody does a German suplex better than a German, ladies and gentlemen. And Magnus demonstrates that. And what does he do? So nice he does it twice. Or if you want to be technical, 6 times. Consecutive German suplexes. And I don't know how Aziz is going to withstand that kind of offensive barrage. To the corner now is Aziz. Clothesline by Magnus. And a snake eyes to the ropes. Big boot. And a leg drop. An effective combination right there. And now Magnus setting Aziz up for the broken will. That's got to be it, folks. That has got to be it. It's academic from here. Magnus Von Schwartz takes up the last spot in the semifinal round. And he does so in dominant fashion here. Check out this combination of moves to set up the coup de grace, so to speak, that he calls the broken will. And I don't care who you are in this business, there are not too many people out there who can get up from that move. And Aziz is the latest to fall victim. And Magnus Von Schwartz gets his hand raised in victory, advancing to the semi-final round. And now we have all 4 spots filled. We know who exactly is going to be facing off against each other. And Magnus, as you can see, will get a chance to extract some revenge for his protege, Jesse Rising. But before that match happens, we begin the second round with Jun Suzuki, New Japan World Champion, against the Man of Miracles, David Faith. That match comes up next.